Hey everyone, tonight, on a quiet California street, a 22-year-old girl named Lena finds herself stranded in her electric wheelchair after it suddenly dies. With her phone almost dead, and no one around to help, she feels hopeless until a kind 27-year-old mechanic Evan appears out of nowhere. What happens next will change her life forever. Like, share and subscribe and tell us where you're watching from. Now, let's get started. Lena had always been independent despite her disability, but that cold California evening tested every bit of courage she had. She was leaving the college library after finishing a late research assignment when her electric wheelchair began making unusual clicking sounds. She ignored them at first, assuming it was just the cold affecting the battery. But halfway down the empty street, the wheelchair jolted and completely shut off. The sudden silence around her felt heavier than the night itself. She tried restarting it several times, but the wheels remained locked. Panic slowly rose as she realized she was stranded far from home. Her phone battery was critically low, barely hanging on at 2%. She hesitated to call anyone, knowing it might shut off mid-conversation. Her parents lived on the other side of town and the campus. Security patrol had ended an hour earlier. Cars sped past occasionally, but none slowed down enough to notice her stuck on the sidewalk. The cold breeze brushed against her face, making her arms tighten around herself. Streetlights flickered, weakly as if the night were swallowing them too. She kept glancing around for help, hoping someone would see her distress. Minutes felt like hours. Lena considered trying to move the wheelchair manually, but her upper body strength wasn't enough for the heavy frame. The street was slightly inclined, and she knew she could accidentally tip over if she pushed too hard. Her breathing grew faster, and she whispered to herself not to cry. She had faced difficult days before, but something about being alone in the dark, powerless, made her chest tighten. She felt her phone vibrate low-power warning again and knew she had only moments left before losing her last lifeline. Just as her fear reached its peak, she saw headlights slowing down in the distance. A pickup truck rolled toward the curb, gently coasting to a stop a few feet from her. Her heart pounded harder. She wasn't sure whether to feel relieved or afraid. The door opened, and a young man stepped out, wearing a dark hoodie, denim jacket, and work gloves tucked in his pocket. He wasn't intimidating. In fact, his expression held genuine concern. He walked slowly so she wouldn't feel threatened. He stopped at a comfortable distance and asked, "Are you okay? Your chair looks like it stopped working." His voice carried warmth, steady, calm, and respectful. Lena felt her shoulders drop slightly in relief. She managed to explain what happened, her words shaky, but clear enough. The man introduced himself as Evan, a 27-year-old mobile mechanic who worked odd hours helping stranded drivers and fixing vehicles on the go. When he heard her wheelchair had died suddenly, he immediately offered to take a closer look. Lena agreed, grateful for any help she could get. Evan knelt beside the wheelchair, shining a small flashlight from his keychain as he inspected the control panel. Even from the outside, he could see corrosion forming around the charging port, a sign of internal wiring problems. He gently asked if the wheelchair had shown signs of trouble earlier, and she admitted the clicking sound started minutes before it died. Evan nodded, already forming a plan in his mind. He told her there was nothing to worry about and that he wouldn't leave her alone. He returned to his truck and grabbed a toolbox, a small battery pack, and a diagnostic meter. When he came back, he laid everything neatly on the ground beside her, showing a level of professionalism that made Lena trust him even more. He worked methodically, unscrewing the side panel with careful precision. The cold wind didn't seem to bother him. He stayed focused, occasionally explaining what he was doing so she wouldn't feel lost. The reassurance in his tone slowly eased the tight knot of fear in her stomach. Lena watched him work in silence, observing how dedicated he was despite them being strangers. It felt strange but comforting. She couldn't remember the Last time, someone had shown so much patience without expecting anything in return. As Evan cleaned the rusted connectors, she found herself sharing small details. How unreliable her wheelchair had been lately, how expensive repairs were, and how she often worried about getting stuck somewhere alone. Evan listened without interrupting, responding only with supportive nods and occasional encouraging words. As minutes passed, Lena's fear slowly turned into quiet gratitude. She didn't know Evan's full story yet, but she sensed kindness in every move he made. Her wheelchair was still lifeless, but the presence of someone who genuinely cared made her feel safer than she had felt all evening. Even if the chair didn't turn on right away, she knew she wasn't alone anymore. And that made all the difference in the world, not just for her safety, but for her heart. Evan retrieved his toolbox and a small portable battery pack from the back of his pickup truck. He carefully laid out the tools on the pavement next to Lena's wheelchair. The night air was crisp, and the yellow glow of the nearby street lamp cast long shadows across the concrete. Even under the chilly breeze, Evan didn't hesitate. He lifted the side panel of the wheelchair, exposing wiring, connectors, and battery terminals. Lena watched, holding her breath as he moved with calm precision, his gloved hands steady. She didn't know if this would work, but hope flickered inside her. Again, he first used the flashlight from his headlamp to examine the battery compartment closely. Amber rust had formed around the edges of the metal contacts. Tiny wires showed signs of wear, some slightly frayed. Evan removed a small cleaning brush from his kit, gently scraping away the corrosion, cleaning the connectors until they looked nearly new. He then used a diagnostic meter to check the voltage and resistance, murmuring quietly, we might salvage this." Lena sensed relief growing. After days, worried about mechanical failures, she now saw someone treating her wheelchair as if it were as important as a car in a spotlight garage. Next, Evan took a spare fuse from his kit, explaining softly that this kind of electric wheelchair relies on safe wiring and surge protection. The old fuse had burned out, a likely culprit behind the sudden shutdown. With steady fingers, he replaced the fuse, tightened the housing screws, and carefully closed the panel. The tools clinked quietly on the pavement. Lena's heart pounded. She hoped she wouldn't be disappointed. She watched as Evan reconnected the battery pack, slowly bringing power back to the wheelchair's main control unit. He paused for a moment, checking the wires and terminals once more. The cold night air felt heavy as both of them waited. Then, with a soft click and gentle hum, the control panel lit up. The wheelchair's display flickered and glowed. Lights returned. Lena gasped quietly, leaning forward slightly. For the first time in that night, she felt a spark of optimism. She blinked hard, disbelief creeping in. The wheels unlocked, ready to roll, but they didn't move until Evan gave a nod and said, "Go ahead, press the joystick." With trembling fingers, Lena touched the controls. The wheels responded, turning silently and smoothly. As the wheels began to move, a wave of emotion washed over her. Relief, gratitude, amazement. She rolled forward a few inches, testing responsiveness. It felt right. The seat didn't wiggle, controls were firm, and the electric hum sounded stronger than before. Tears threatened to spill, but she blinked them back, not trusting the dim streetlight to hide them fully. Evan crouched beside her, watching carefully, making small adjustments to the seat straps and checking stability. He tightened bolts and made sure the wheelchair was safe for travel again. Lena tried turning the wheels slowly to make sure steering worked properly. She rolled in small circles on the sidewalk, then pushed forward gently. The wheels moved smoothly over the cracked pavement. Her gratitude grew heavier than the metal frame beneath her. Hope felt substantial again. After paying close attention to every function, lights, battery level, joystick sensitivity, wheel brakes, Evan nodded. With satisfaction, you should be good to go. Let's test a little farther just to confirm. Together they rolled slowly down the street. Evan, walking beside, his footsteps soft on asphalt. Lena felt every bump, every small crack beneath the wheels, but the wheelchair handled them confidently. She breathed slower now, calmer. The night felt less threatening than before. With each turn, each small vibration, she realized how vulnerable she had felt earlier, and how much stronger she felt now. Evan stayed alert, watching for potholes and curbs, guiding her gently but securely. She felt safe. As they approached the corner toward her home, Lena turned to him. Her voice wavered, but she managed to say, "Thank you. I don't know how I can ever repay you." Evan smiled, shaking his head. "No need," he replied softly. "If I was in your situation, I'd hope someone would help me too." In that moment, under the dim glow of the streetlights, it wasn't just fixing a wheelchair, it was restoring dignity, independence, and trust. Before he left, Evan offered his phone number and told her to call if she ever had trouble again, free of charge. Lena accepted, her hands trembling slightly as she took the slip of paper. They said goodnight. Evan closed his toolbox, got into his truck, and drove off silently into the dark. Lena remained seated there for a few moments, absorbing the ordeal, the kindness and the miracle of mobility regained. That night she realized she wasn't just saved from being stranded. She was given a second chance at safety, trust, and hope. Lena had barely begun to relax when she tried moving forward again. The street was quiet, only a few distant headlights glowing like fireflies in the dark. She pressed the joystick gently, the wheels responding smoothly. Just as she started to roll toward the corner, she suddenly noticed a pair of bright headlights swerving unpredictably. A speeding car had turned sharply into the street, its tires screeching across the asphalt. The vehicle jumped the curb with a violent jerk, heading straight toward her. Lena froze, her body tensed, breath caught in her throat. Her freshly repaired wheelchair couldn't outrun danger this fast. Evan, who had been checking the back of the chair for final adjustments, heard the sudden screech of tires. He turned instantly and saw the car barreling toward her like a bullet. Without a second thought, he sprinted forward, adrenaline surging through him. He grabbed the handles of the wheelchair and pushed it out of the car's direct path with all his strength. In the same motion, he pulled Lena toward him so the impact wouldn't catch either of them. The car flew past, missing them by only a few feet before speeding off into the night. The world felt like it stopped for a moment. The roar of the engine faded, leaving behind the echo of danger. Lena's entire body trembled uncontrollably. She had felt the rush of air when the car tore past them, so close she could almost feel the heat of its tires. Her heart pounded so hard it hurt. Evan crouched beside her, breathing heavily, trying to calm himself too. He asked softly if she was hurt. She shook her head slowly, unable to speak at first, overwhelmed by the reality of what just happened. Evan gently placed a hand on her shoulder, grounding her back to the moment. "You're safe. I've got you," he whispered reassuringly. Lena swallowed hard, tears welling in her eyes. The thought hit her like a wave. If her wheelchair hadn't been fixed just minutes earlier, she wouldn't have been able to move away at all. The realization shook her deeper than the near accident itself. She stared at Evan as if seeing him in a new light. Not just a mechanic, not just a stranger who helped, but someone who risked himself to save her life. She finally found her voice, though it trembled. "You saved me," she whispered. "You really saved my life." Evan shook his head modestly, insisting that he only reacted instinctively. But Lena knew better. Not everyone would jump in front of a moving car for someone they met less than an hour ago. Her tears finally spilled, running down her cheeks silently. Evan didn't try to wipe them or tell her not to cry. He simply stayed beside her, letting her process the fear and relief crashing inside her chest. After several minutes, Evan slowly helped position her wheelchair again, making sure she felt stable before she moved. He stayed close, walking beside her so she didn't feel alone for even a moment. The streets felt different now, quieter, heavier, but safer because he stayed near. He didn't mention the near accident again, not wanting to scare her further. Instead, he focused on guiding her home, checking the road ahead, ensuring each turn felt comfortable for her. Lena rolled forward carefully, trusting him completely. They reached her neighborhood, its warm porch lights glowing softly like a safe harbor after a storm. When they arrived at her house, Lena's parents rushed outside, concerned by the late hour, but their worry turned to shock when they saw Evan walking beside their daughter. And Lena emotionally told them everything: the breakdown, the repair, the near accident, the rescue. Her mother's hands flew to her mouth, eyes filling with tears. Her father stepped forward, shaking Evan's hand firmly, thanking him repeatedly for bringing their daughter home safely. Evan, embarrassed by the attention, insisted he was just doing what anyone should do. Lena's parents didn't agree. They knew people who ignored broken-down cars, let alone wheelchairs. They invited him inside for a warm drink, refusing to take no for an answer. Lena watched Evan sit at their dining table, modest and quiet, clearly not used to such gratitude. Her mother kept thanking him, her father kept praising him, and Lena kept watching him with a new sense of admiration. This wasn't just kindness, this was humanity at its best. Before leaving, Evan wrote his number again more clearly and handed it to Lena, his father as well. "If she ever needs help with the chair, I'll come, day or night. No charge," he promised gently. Lena's mother placed a hand on his arm, thanking him with her eyes. Lena looked at him, her heart feeling something warm she couldn't describe. The night had started with fear and helplessness, but it ended with her life saved and her hope restored. As Evan walked back to his truck under the porch light glow, Lena knew something unexplainable had begun, a bond shaped by danger, kindness, and a moment that changed both their lives forever.